Hey, Jarecki filling in once again for Joey Keeran, who actually will be back later on this afternoon for game number 2 of the doubleheader between McMinnville and Roseburg here at Champion Car Wash Field. Hello and welcome to beautiful Champion Car Wash Field, Bill Gray Legion Stadium here at Stewart Park in Roseburg, Oregon. A gorgeous day for baseball. In fact, we might actually set a record for the date in terms of high today. The high today projected to be 82 degrees. The previous high for the date was 76 degrees set back in 2016. So an absolutely spectacular day here today for some baseball. Yesterday, beautiful weather. Not the greatest result for Roseburg. It was a tough loss for them. An 11-4 loss against Clackamas. It was a big 5-run fifth inning for the Cavaliers that really did the job in the game yesterday. Nonetheless, though, it was about 63 degrees and sunny during first pitch yesterday. It's about 63 degrees right now. Shaping up to be another excellent day of baseball here in the Umpqua Valley. McMinnville, they come in 2-0 on the season. They beat Reynolds 19-2 last Tuesday, and then they beat McMary 9-0 on Saturday. That was the two previous games for McMinnville. So the Grizzlies coming into town 2-0 on the season. These two teams did play in boys basketball earlier this year. Roseburg made the trip up to McMinnville. It was their very first boys basketball game of the season in the winter season. Made the trek up to McMinnville for the boys basketball game. That one also a loss for Roseburg, 63-48 the final in that one. Braden Mix, who's actually going to get the start today for McMinnville. He was a basketball player for that team. He was second team All-Pacific Conference in basketball this past season, and so he played in that game. He's going to get the start today on the mound for the Grizzlies. Roseburg versus McMinnville. This is the first time these two teams are playing since all the way back in 2014. It was a 9-2 victory for McMinnville against Roseburg. That was a team that had Gage Grubard, who was the quarterback at Eastern Washington and then transferred to Washington State towards the end of his college career. That was the last time these two teams played, so quite a bit of time away from each other. Over 10 years. They had a game actually scheduled here at Champion Car Wash Field back in 2015, then just Legion Stadium. That game got canceled due to rain, and so it's been 10 years in the making. First time these two teams are playing in quite some time. Roseburg 1-1 on the season. Doubleheader today. First game going to start right around noon, and then game number 2 will be about 30 minutes afterwards. Right now it's scheduled for a 2:30 start time. Going to have both games here on The Score, so go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. You can find us online at 541radio.com if you want to find the live video simulcast. If you're listening on the radio right now, we also are streaming audio only online as well on the 541 Radio app. You can download that on the App Store or on Google Play. Ton of great resources and information there. So go ahead and follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay locked in. We'll have game number 2 after game number 1. Game number 1 on deck between these two programs. Roseburg 1-1 on the season, McMinnville 2-0. Stick around, we'll take our first time out, but when we come back, we'll talk things over with Coach Troy Thompson here on 541radio.com and The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Day 2 of spring break here, and we got a doubleheader for us here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And joining us now is Coach Troy Thompson. Coach, I know not necessarily the result you wanted, but nonetheless, it was an opportunity to learn more about yourself and find ways to continue to get better. What were some of the takeaways from yesterday's action here at the ballpark for you guys?
Well, a lot of positives happened yesterday, even though the big negative was we didn't, get a win. But we came out and were competitive on the mound. And unfortunately, yesterday, defensively, we allowed some innings to extend and allowed some unearned runs, a handful of those. And anytime that happens, that puts you kind of behind it. But we did a good job kind of battling back and scored a run or two after we were down to at least, see some positives in our offensive side of the game. But obviously the big thing yesterday was defensively and our inability to make a few plays that extended innings for them and allowed them opportunities to score. But hopefully we can come out here today and clean ourselves up a little bit defensively and get a good performance on the mound and once again opportunistic in our offensive approach, and we'll see what happens.
You might learn more about this throughout today's action here, but we've talked about how you got a lot of guys getting first varsity experience and maybe at this level seeing some situations, scenarios where knowing what to do with the baseball, where to be on the field, things like that come into play. Are you seeing maybe when they get through it and you've got these teaching moments that guys are responsive and are kind of taking the approach to learning about the game and being able to kind of grow from those moments here early on?
Well, I hope so, and I hope they take it that way. We talked about that at length yesterday after the game about the experience we just had, and if we're going to use it to our advantage, then we better learn from that. And when we find ourselves in those situations again, hopefully be able to perform and come through with a correct play or where the ball needs to go or putting the ball in a place where it can be caught. And some just situational things that, maybe they haven't seen or we haven't seen a bunch of, but we've still got to be able to make basic and routine baseball plays. And if you choose to learn from our mistakes and learn from our negatives from yesterday, then it can turn into a positive thing. So hopefully we take a step forward here. We talked about that yesterday. We can take a step forward even when you lose, and you can take steps back even when you win. So let's make that a positive thing and hopefully take a step forward here today.
And we've talked about it plenty throughout the years about it's always a growth mindset with you and your coaches and the clubs that you have year in and year out. Having good competition is a nice way to be able to kind of learn where you're at and how to get better. Yesterday we saw, we talked about Clackamas as a program that's historically been very good. Today, preseason number 10 in the coaches poll in McMinnville, a program that you're going to see 2 games out of here today. Scheduling tough competition early on in the season like this, is that a kind of a designed thing that you guys tried to do with this spring break?
Well, that's always been something since we've been here at Roseburg that we wanted to do. We would like to play the best competition, the best teams we can that can fit us in and come down here when we used to travel and go to tournaments or things like that over spring break. You'd like to see those good clubs and see them early and kind of measure yourself, I guess, or have an idea of where you're at and get a chance to see good clubs like McMinnville coming in here today. In the opportunity, you get a chance later in the year to see them in another situation. So it's always been our mindset to come out and try to play good, serious competition here in the preseason in anticipation for our always tough league season coming up. So, yeah, that's something that's by design, and we like to play teams that are quality clubs and provide, good competition. And sometimes that leads to wins, and sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay, too. That's part of the deal. You want to get on the field with those teams and let it play and see what happens. But, yeah, that's not an accident that we have the chance this week to play Clackamas, McMinnville, and then tomorrow in South Salem. So, yeah, it'll it's a great opportunity for us and our players to get a chance to see those clubs.
Lastly, with you here, Coach, today doubleheader, first of the season. We always talk about just kind of how that changes kind of the mindset going into a day. I'm sure that was part of the conversations you guys had yesterday leading into what is going to be a little bit longer day at the ballpark for everybody.
Right, yeah. That's our league season, though. Mm-hmm. You get into league play in the Southern Oregon Conference, and it's a Saturday doubleheader that's always waiting for you at the end of the week. So this is a great example, great opportunity for us to see one of those early against a quality club that would be, fit right in our conference schedule here. So once again, a nice chance to have this experience early in the year and ready to go against a good quality club. And what do you know, the sun came out and the weather's going to be nice, so it'll feel like a league experience here. So hopefully we'll take the positives from that and have a chance to get them in today and be ready to go for tomorrow, and then on to the rest of spring break and into next week when we do start league play.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. All right, Coach, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
So that was Joey Keeran sitting down with Troy Thompson ahead of this game between McMinnville and Roseburg. Each team about to play their third game of the season. McMinnville 2-0 on the young season. Roseburg 1-1 after a victory last Friday against Wells and a loss yesterday against Clackamas. Both head coaches meeting right now at the umpires at home plate. We'll take our final timeout of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Roseburg Disposal, let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Special thanks to them. Again, let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. 1 minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you today's starting lineups here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back here to Champion Car Wash Field. Nate Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Go ahead and get you today's starting lineup, starting with McMinnville. Brady Mix, the pitcher, he's going to be leading things off. Cameron Hyder, the first baseman in the 2 spot. Aaron Rolfe, batting third, the center fielder. Nash Opitz, the shortstop, batting fourth. Tyler Brummett, the DH, in the 5 spot. Kane Sullivan, the third baseman, batting 6th. Taylor Carnahan, the right fielder, batting 7th. A.J. Morrison, the second baseman, batting 8th. And Drew Bazan is going to be the catcher today, rounding out the lineup for the McMinnville Grizzlies. Defensively for Roseburg today, A.J. Black going to be out in left field. Dane St. Clair in center field. Fletcher Coleman in right field. In the infield, left to right. Cal Robbins at third. Paxton Burke, the shortstop. Kane Austin, the second baseman. Jake Johnson moves from third base yesterday to first base today. And behind the plate catching today is going to be Amos Bowers. Luke Robbins, he's going to be the DH today for Roseburg. And starting today is going to be the right-hander, Riley Cheney, who we saw yesterday briefly. He gets the start today for the Tribe. Indians today wearing orange jerseys with black hats, facing off against McMinnville today, who's wearing black jerseys, a black hat with a white front on it, and a red brim. First pitch on its way, and it comes in outside, 1-0. And we get things started now at 12:02, a couple of minutes later than scheduled here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Janey delivers a pitch that swung on and missed. Now even 1-1. So McMinnville now 2-0 on the season. Roseburg 1-1. Looking to bounce back after the 11-4 loss yesterday. Janey delivers a breaking ball. The miss is low and away. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Down the left field line is 320. Down the right field line also 320. Straightaway center 385. Janey gets a swing and a miss from Braden Mix. 2-2. So pitcher versus pitcher battle here. Mix going to be hitting for himself today, getting the start for McMinnville. 2-2. Bouncer up the middle, back to Janey. Fields it on a backhand, throws across towards first base. And there with a nice pick job is Jake Johnson for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on, and it brings up Cam Hyder. Hyder, the right-handed hitter, steps into the box, facing off against Janey. The right-hander wheels and deals. First pitch looked at for a strike, 0-1. So Janey pitched yesterday. Came in, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, and a strikeout in 1 inning yesterday against Clackamas. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, in the zone for a strike. Able to connect on the low inside corner. Janey gets ahead, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air out towards right field, and it's fouled away. To the 0-2 one more time. So Roseburg today, the orange jerseys, says Roseburg written across the chest with the number right there. Both those written in black. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball. Got a swing and a miss from Hyder. Janey picks up his first strikeout. Quickly 2 away here in the top of the first. So 2 outs, nobody on, and in steps Aaron Rolfe, the center fielder. First pitch to him. Taken for a strike. 0-1, left-handed hitter. Saw it come in near his knees in the low inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Janey winds and delivers. Line drive up the middle. It's a base hit. Rolfe squares it up. Gets the first hit of the day. Continues the inning. So a runner at first. 2 outs here in the top of the first. And now the clean hitter, Nash Opitz, will be coming to the plate. So Janey going to have to work out of the stretch for the first time. Again, yesterday just 1 hit allowed. Getting the full start today. First pitch, a breaking ball that's popped up in the infield, foul territory at first base. Johnson makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left stranded after 1 hit, no runs and no errors. We go to the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 the score. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
The Grizzlies behind the plate. Troop is on, catching at first base.
Well, back here to Champion Car Wash Field, bottom of the first inning. Let's go ahead and get you today's starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. Leading things off is going to be Paxton Burke, the shortstop. Caden Austin, the second baseman, batting second. Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting third. Cal Robbins, the third baseman, in the cleanup spot. Jake Johnson batting fifth. He's playing first base. Luke Robbins, the DH, batting sixth. A.J. Black, the left fielder, batting seventh. Fletcher Coleman, the right fielder, in the eighth spot. And Amos Bowers in the eighth spot. Fletcher Coleman in the nine spot. So those are the starters today for Roseburg. Eventually, we'll get you the starters in just a second for McMinnville. Braden Mick's going to get the start for the Grizzlies. The left-hander gets on the mound, facing off against Paxton Burke to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Mick's first pitch comes down and inside, 1-0. Defensively for McMinnville, Austin Schoaf is out in left field. Aaron Rolfe in center field. Taylor Carnahan is in right field as Burke grounds a ball up the middle, and back to field it is Mix. He throws over to first base and retires Burke for out number one. Just like the top of the first inning, a ground out to the pitcher to begin. Kane Sullivan is the third baseman. Nash Opitz, the shortstop. A.J. Morrison, the second baseman. Cam Hyder at first base, and Drew Bazan behind the plate. So now here's Caden Austin with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Austin. He fouls it back. 0-1. So Burke hitless in his first at-bat. Went 0 for 4 yesterday. A couple of strikeouts. He's still searching for his first hit of the season. He has reached on a walk, but does not have a hit quite yet. The 0-1 delivery misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Austin. So Austin in the 2 spot today, been the second baseman and batting the 2 spot each of the first 3 games down. 1-1 delivery, cut on and miss, 1-2. Makes first team all-league pitcher a year ago. That was as a junior, now a senior. The southpaw winds and delivers 1-2. Fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 66 degrees, the current temperature. Again, 76 degrees, the record high for the day. 1-2, up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. According to the National Weather Service, it's supposed to get up to 82 degrees today. That would be a record for March 25th. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the left side, and it goes left of the line, foul. I mean, it's quite the different weather than we got a week ago and what we're going to get towards the end of the week. In fact, on Friday and Thursday, there's supposed to be some rain down here in Roseburg. Friday, it's supposed to be 53 degrees and raining. 2-2. Foul back. Do it again. And that's almost a 30-degree difference with no precipitation to a lot of precipitation. 85% chance of rain on Friday. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mix winds. Delivers. Outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. A full count to Caden Austin. Senior gets back in the box. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Popped up towards the right side. Into the grass. It takes Morrison, the second baseman, but calling him off is Carnahan for out number 2.
Now batting number 13, Dane St. Clair.
Brings up Dane St. Clair. 2 outs, nobody on for the left-handed hitter. Got the start yesterday on the bump. Through a total of 4 innings and now goes back to center field where he started on opening day. St. Clair rattling the bat. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to him. Swings and misses. 0-1. Looked like Mix fooled him on that one. Looked like a half swing. Wasn't fully confident. The 0-1 pitch. St. Clair grounds it towards the left side. Charging in is the shortstop Opitz, but it goes under his mitt and into the outfield. So St. Clair's going to reach on an error. And the Indians have their first base runner.
Now batting, number 14, Cal Robbins.
Brings up Cal Robbins, the cleanup hitter. Runner at first in the 0-0 ball game, bottom of the first inning. Roseburg versus McMinnville, the first of two games today. First time these two teams are playing since 2014. Robbins swings and fouls away the first pitch to him from Mix. 0-1. So the Indians get help with an error. See if they can make the Grizzlies pay for it. Yesterday they had 3 errors help them offensively, but just 4 runs in the game. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is St. Clair. It was 3 errors for Clackamas. Roseburg had 4 errors defensively. It just certainly benefited the Cavaliers a little bit more. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Mix. Taken high above the letters. 1-1. Nice looking fastball that time from Mix. Do it again. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Cal Robbins, the third baseman. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is St. Clair. Robbins yesterday, a big day, had a single, a double, and a triple. Scored a couple of runs as well. Just a sophomore. Powerful bat in the order for Roseburg. 1-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs in St. Clair. Leading off from first base. Covering there is Cam Hyder. Mix looks back towards first. Comes set. Now delivers towards the plate. Robbins fouls it away. Off the overhang here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium, Champion Car Wash Field. Robbins back in the box. Big right-handed hitter. Glares into Mix. Now Mix throws back towards first, and St. Clair takes off towards second. Throw goes to second, but the throw was offline. Looked like Hyder was trying to throw it towards second. It took Pitts off the bag, and because of that, St. Clair is able to advance to second, and he gets there safely. So Mix picks him off, but St. Clair bolted towards second, and he's somehow able to reach there safely, and now Roseburg has an opportunity to drive in the first run of the game with Robbins at the plate and St. Clair in scoring position at second. Here's the 1-2. Robbins goes down looking. Called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Indians in the bottom of the first. So the Indians get 1 aboard thanks to an error. No hits, no runs, and 1 left stranded. We go to the second. 0-0 the score here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back for inning number 2. Top of the second inning, Riley Cheney goes to work. The right-hander delivers. First pitch, it's hit out towards right field for a base hit for Tyler Brummett. So Brummett leads off and wastes no time. Lines it to right field, and McMinnville has their second hit of the game. They put the leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the second. Brings up Kane Sullivan, Taylor Carnahan on deck for the Grizzlies. So Cheney, scoreless first inning, picked up a strikeout, faced 4 batters, only allowed the 1 hit. Came with 2 outs to Aaron Rolfe. Now this one runs inside and it hits Sullivan on the helmet. Able to duck down, it hit him on the back of the batting helmet, and the protection does its job. He advances to first with the hit by pitch, and now back-to-back batters aboard here in the top of the second. Brings up Taylor Carnahan, 2 on and nobody out. We'll see if Carnahan elects to bunt here. Certainly a bunt situation. You see the corner of the infield come in, especially Johnson over at first base. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. So Carnahan to the plate. Brummett at second and Sullivan at first base. McMinnville threatening here in the top of the second. A team that scores a lot of runs, 19 runs in their first game, 9 runs in game number 2 of the season. And now a ball on the turf that hit Carnahan. And he'll advance to first base with a hit by pitch. So a single and back-to-back hit by pitches load the bases for McMinnville. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. So Cheney now trying to settle in. Cheney, a junior. Primarily an outfielder, but his first start of the season, and now the infield comes completely in. All 4 infielders standing on the grass on the inside of the infield as the first pitch strike comes in the zone. 0-1. So A.J. Morrison to the plate, bases loaded, nobody out. Big defensive and pitching at bat here for Cheney and the Indians. Foul back. 0-2. Cheney, the right-hander, dangles the arm and comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Popped in the air out towards left center field. St. Clair, the center fielder, charges in. He makes the catch. All runners are going to stay at their respective backs. So Cheney gets a big first out. Base is still loaded. And it brings up the 9-hole hitter, Drew Bazan. So with 1 out on the board, the middle of the infield that backs up towards double play depth. Corner of the infield still playing in. Johnson and Robbins, the third baseman and first baseman. A little bit closer. First pitch. Nice play outside from Amos Bowers, the catcher, as the ball went in the turf. Way outside to the right-handed hitter, Bazan, and he kept it in front of him. Able to pick it on 1 hop and prevent the runner from third coming in. 1-0 pitch from Cheney. Looked at. Maybe a little bit outside, maybe a little bit high. Either way, 2 balls and no strikes. Cheney ready. The 2-0. Ground ball towards the left side. Robbins charges in, fields it, throws home, and gets the out at home. So he at least gets 1 out there. No throw to first from Bowers. So again, a big second out on the fielder's choice play. Brummett out at the plate. Sullivan advances to second, or rather from second to third. Carnahan goes to second, and Bazan goes to first.
Courtesy runner for McMinnville. Now running at first base, Grant Yoakum.
So now Grant Yoakum is going to pinch run for Drew Bazan, courtesy runner. So bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-0 still the score. Cheney delivers the first pitch outside, 1-0 to Braden Mix. So Mix has an opportunity here to give himself the lead. Starting pitcher today for the Grizzlies at the plate for a chance at a couple of RBIs. Here's the 1-0 from Cheney. Ground ball towards the right side. Picking it up is Austin. The throw to first in time. And Cheney works out of the jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Gets 3 straight outs on a fly out, a fielder's choice play, and a ground out to second. Still scoreless through 1.5. 1 minute timeout. We return the bottom of the first, or bottom of the second, I should say, here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back here to Champion Car Wash Field. Knight Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Game number 1 of the doubleheader between McMinnville and Roseburg. We'll have game number 2 right after this one. Joey Keeran going to move from PA to the play-by-play mic. I guess that's the way we should say. He's coming from the bullpen. He's coming there to here. I'm moving from here to there, kind of changing places. Either way, I'm happy to be here for game number 1. 0-0 the score. Roseburg able to work out of a jam in the top of the second inning. Riley Cheney had the bases loaded and nobody out, and he was able to get 3 straight outs. And now the Indians have an opportunity here in the bottom of the second to try to score the game's first run. Jake Johnson, Luke Robbins, A.J. Black due up. Batters 5, 6, and 7 for the Indians. Braden Mix back out there for McMinnville. Johnson in the box, the first baseman, sees the first pitch. Come in down low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Indians had 1 base runner last inning. It was Dane St. Clair with 2 outs, reached on an error. Advanced the second, but that was all she wrote. 1-0, grounded towards the left side. Charging in is the third baseman, Sullivan. He fields on 1 hop. Throw to first. It's errant, and it takes Hyder off the bag. Another error will allow Johnson to reach base safely. So now 2 errors for McMinnville. They have 2 hits, 2 errors defensively, and now Roseburg has their leadoff hitter aboard. Brings up Luke Robbins, the DH. Johnson at first. Mix now working out of the stretch. The left-hander looks towards first a couple of times, and now will throw to first. Diving back safely is Johnson. Hyder there to cover. Kept an eye on St. Clair. He actually picked off St. Clair, and he took off towards second, was able to advance to second despite the good throw back from Mix last inning. Now Robbins swings at the first pitch to him. He flies it down the right field line. It's hook and foul, and it lands right of the line. So a long foul ball from Robbins. The senior on the team, a transfer from Douglas High School, spent his freshman season here at Roseburg, then transferred to Douglas for the past 2 seasons, and now back in a Indians uniform. The ball's in 1 strike. Pitch from Mix. A little bit high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wonderful week for baseball. Spring break. All the kids don't have classes. They get these mid-afternoon baseball games. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Tons and tons of games all throughout Douglas County. We saw it yesterday. Looking at the scoreboard from around town, it was a ton of games with all of the schools here in Douglas County basically being in action. Roseburg softball, they were down in North Medford for a tournament. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss from Robbins, 2-2. Yesterday, the Roseburg softball team continued an undefeated start to their season with a pair of wins at the North Medford Spring Break Tournament. Again, the RHS girls were down there. Shut out Barlow 4-0 yesterday. That was in the first game of the day. Followed that with a 4-1 victory against Oregon City. Girls are in action later on this afternoon. They face off against South Salem. Indians will playing South Salem tomorrow in boys baseball. And the girls will also be playing Century today, later on this afternoon. Robbins fouls off the 2-2. Stays alive. So the Roseburg softball team down in Medford, and their games start today at 2, and then they'll have another one right afterwards. Their game on Friday against McMinnville was rained out. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Robbins goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Mix. One away.
Now batting for Roseburg, left fielder number 15, A.J. Black.
So one out, runner at first, 0-0 the score here in the bottom of the second. Brings up A.J. Black. The left fielder and right-handed hitter in the box. First pitch to him. Up and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Black. So Black gets the start in left field. Started in center field yesterday, eventually moved to the outfield and even pitched yesterday. Takes a pitch high, 2 balls and no strikes. Felt like he was everywhere. Center field to left field to the mound. Through an inning and a third, allowed just 1 hit, no runs, no errors. No walks and no strikeouts in his season debut on the bump. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Mix elevates and Black swings and misses. Here's the 2-1. We'll have to wait for it. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is Jake Johnson. Still 0-0 the score. 2 hits and 2 errors for McMinnville today. No runs and no errors. With no hits for Roseburg so far. 2-1 pitch. High. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. High. So it's a walk to Black. Puts 2 on with 1 out. As Johnson moves into scoring position at second. Second inning in a row, the Indians have had a runner in scoring position. And now Drew Bazan, the catcher, is going to go out and talk things over with Mix, the pitcher. Try to get on the same page with Amos Bowers coming to the plate. So here's Amos Bowers, catcher today, first start of the season behind the plate. First pitch, Bowers takes a strike, 0-1. Bowers yesterday was the courtesy runner for Cal Robbins. Was the courtesy runner for Luke Robbins in game number 1 as well. So his first start, has played a little bit though. Takes a pitch high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So his first start of the season, first at bat as well. Hoping to come through here. 1-1 pitch. 1 hop to the shortstop. Opitz goes to 2 for 1. The throw to first base. A double play. So 6-4-3. McMinnville turns them, and that'll do it for the Indians in the bottom of the second. 2 on after an error and a walk. No hits, no runs, and no errors. 1 left stranded. We go to the third. It is 0-0 the score here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome back here for inning number 3. Riley Cheney back to the bump. Just at 22 pitches through the first 2 innings. Cam Hyder, Aaron Rolfe, and Nash Opitz due up for the McMinnville Grizzlies. First pitch here in the top of the 3rd is fouled back. 0-1 to Cam Hyder. So Hyder down 0-1, struck out swinging to Cheney back in the first inning, up for the second time, and now the 3rd inning. 0-1, breaking ball grounded towards left side, backhanded by Burke on 2 hops. 1 hopper to first base. Oh! They say that Johnson was off the bag. That it was safe. Really close play at first base either way. Hyder is going to be there safely. Mike Getz, the first base umpire today. Behind the plate is Dan Bachmeyer. Chris Garrison, the third base umpire. And now a conversation with the umpires, whether or not that was safe or not at first base. From my vantage point, it looked like it was a beautiful play by Burke and a beautiful pick by Johnson. They're going to call it safe. So they'll credit it as an error. So the first error defensively today for Roseburg. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is Hyder. So it's the first error today defensively for Roseburg. Had 4 errors in the game yesterday. Pitch. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So far through the first 2 innings, not as bad as yesterday in terms of errors, and even that one, close play, could have potentially been an out at first. It's a tough luck error. Pitch popped up towards center field. St. Clair back and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out, a runner at first. Brings up Nash Opitz. Opitz, he popped up to first base, his first time up. Part of a inning for Cheney where he got a strikeout, faced 4 batters and got 3 outs. Worked pretty quick. First pitch now to Opitz here in the 3rd outside. 1-0. 0-0, still the score. Indians hitless in their first 2 opportunities at the plate. McMinnville with 2 hits so far, but no runs to show for it. Last inning had bases loaded, nobody out. They couldn't score. Cheney worked out of a jam. 1-0, fly ball out towards center field. St. Clair drifts back a few steps and now comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. So after Hyder reached on an air, back-to-back fly balls out towards center field, and it brings up Tyler Brummett. Brummett singled to lead things off last inning. First pitch swinging. Was able to line it to right field. Now the left-handed hitter at the plate. Staring in Cheney. First pitch. Looked at high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, game number 1 of our doubleheader here today. Game number 2 starting 30 minutes after game number 1. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards the right side. Diving play by Johnson. It's off his mitt and into right field. Going second to third now is Hyder. He'll stop there. Tough play for Johnson. Made a great effort, but ricocheted off the mitt and into right field. So Brummett has his second hit. And now runners on the corners for McMinnville.
Third baseman, number 7, Kane Sullivan.
So it brings up Kane Sullivan. Hit by a pitch last inning. Runners on the corners. McMinnville threatening once again. Cheney looking to keep it scoreless. Bunt shown. First pitch. High. 1-0. It was Sullivan showing bunt and pulling it back. Just a little bit high above the letters. One ball and no strikes. The pitch. Ground ball towards the left side through the 5-6 hole. As Burke actually goes deep in the hole to field it. Either way, coming in to score is Hyder from third base. And McMinnville takes the lead on the infield single by Caden Sullivan. Brummett advances to second.
Now batting number 23, Taylor Carnahan.
And now Taylor Carnahan will come to the dish. Runners at first and second in a 1-0 ball game. Grizzlies taking the lead here in the top of the third. Cheney still working out of the stretch. First pitch, Carnahan takes outside 1-0. So Cheney was able to navigate through traffic last inning, and now a little bit of trouble this inning. Probably an inning that could have been a 1-2-3 inning if you factor in the air to start with Hyder and him coming in to score. 1-0. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So 1 run on 3 hits for McMinnville. They've been helped out by the 1 error for Roseburg. Now have a chance for more here in the top of the third. Cheney going to throw back towards second. An awkward play from the right-handed pitcher. Stepped off the mound, and then with his chest squared towards third base, he threw it kind of backwards towards second base. Was able to get it there. Wasn't the cleanest looking throwback. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He did not go around. 3 balls and no strikes. Cheney in danger of loading the bases. Morrison on deck. 3-0. Outside. So it's a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. Brummett advances from second to third. Sullivan first to second, and Carnahan takes first base.
Number 2, A.J. Morrison.
And now Bauer's going to go talk things over with Cheney, and the two of them break. Bauer's back to the plate. And all the runners for McMinnville will return to their respective bases as well. So here's A.J. Morrison. Bases loaded for him. At bases loaded last inning, popped up to center field. He was the first of 3 straight outs with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch, down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. So 5 straight balls thrown from Cheney. Looking to find the zone after the 4-pitch walk to Carnahan. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. 1-1. So Cheney fires in a strike for the first time. Indians face it off against McMinnville, who comes in ranked number 5 in the OSA rankings in the 6A poll. Cheney delivers a breaking ball at the knees for a strike, 1-2. McMinnville, number 5 of 48 6A teams. Roseburg currently ranked number 32 of the 48 teams. 1-2. High. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 the score. Bases loaded, 2 outs with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cheney trying to keep the damage at just 1. The 2-2. Down low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big at bat here. Big pitch upcoming for Cheney. The right-hander comes set. Holding it at his waist. Kicks and fires. Pop up out towards left field. Robbins, the third baseman, in foul territory. Gets called off by Burke. And he makes the catch for out number 3. The Grizzlies able to score 1 on 2 hits and an error. They leave 3 stranded. We go on to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score is 1-0 McMinnville. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back here for inning number 3. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 the score. It's McMinnville with the lead here at Champion Car Wash Field. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. Fletcher Coleman going to be leading things out for Roseburg here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 after the RBI single by Kane Sullivan, an infield base hit in the top half of the 3rd inning. Braden Mix back to work. The first pitch to the left-hander Coleman in the zone for a strike in this lefty versus lefty battle. Southpaw Mix so far has not allowed a run. This is the 9th batter in the orders he's faced. He's trying to wrap up one time through the order. Breaking ball in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coleman, who gets the start in the 9 spot once again. The right fielder yesterday struck out, grounded out, and reached on a fielder's choice. Day before that, had a sac fly, a single, and a fly out last Friday against Wells. 1-1 pitch. Looked at for a strike. 1-2 from Mix, who again last year was first team All-League in the Pacific Conference for McMinnville. Second team All-League player in basketball as well. The 1-2 from the left-hander. Taken outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, in the winter season, in December, Roseburg Baseball began their season against McMinnville up in McMinnville, and Mixie played. 2-2, ground ball up the middle from Coleman. Fielding in as the second baseman. Morrison, the throw to first base, not in time. So the Indians have their first hit of the game. It's an infield hit on a dribbler. Fletcher Coleman gets his second hit of the season. And now top of the order up with Paxton Burke, who's looking for his first hit of the season. So a runner at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 the score. McMinnville with the lead. Third baseman Sullivan comes in, standing on the grass right now. Throw back towards first. Coleman dives back safely. So Mix played in that basketball game against Roseburg in the winter in December. He had 12 points versus RHS in a 63-48 win for McMinnville. Leading scorer for the Grizzlies. Burke shows bunt, pulls it back, and misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Throw went back towards first base. Coleman dives back there safely. He's the only member of the McMinnville team, in baseball at least, that got any sort of recognition for basketball. Burke shows bunt, bunts it up the first base line. It goes right of the line, foul. So hoping to push it up the line and try to leg it out for a base hit. Instead, goes foul. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Showing bunt is Burke. He pulls it back, and the pitch misses. Maybe a little bit down our way. 2 balls and 1 strike. Burke, just a junior. Good end to his sophomore season last season. Continued it over the summer with the Doc Stewarts after getting elevated. Was originally playing single-A Legion ball and then got advanced to the, I should say elevated to the triple-A Legion team in the Doc Stewarts. About midway through the summer, had a good tournament down in Medford and stuck with the squad. Now trying to keep the momentum going here in the spring season. 2-1, he shows bunt. Bunts it up the first base side, Mix fields, and throws over to first base to retire Burke. But tying runner now in scoring position in Coleman. So a good sack bunt from Burke. Indians electing to use some small ball. So an out, a runner at second, and now Caden Austin will come to the plate. He flew out to right field his first time up. 1-0, McMinnville with the lead after 1 run in the top of the 3rd inning. Grizzlies have 3 hits today offensively. Roseburg, just 1. First pitch to Austin. The right-handed hitter takes it high. 1 ball and no strikes. Austin had a hit yesterday, only 1 on the season. He's reached base safely 3 times in the first 2 games of the season. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. He was fooled, a breaking ball in the dirt. Front-footed. And Austin will have to get back in the box and try to battle here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chance for an RBI. Mix shakes. Clearing into Bazan, the catcher. Mix gets a pitch that he likes. Looks towards second twice. And now delivers to the plate. Ground ball towards the left side. Picking it up is the shortstop Opitz. He goes to 2, and now in a pickle is going to be Coleman. Coleman avoids the tag. The ball's on the turf, and Coleman ends up at third base. So it was the right play for Opitz to try to get Coleman in a pickle, but Coleman able to navigate his way to third base. So a fielder's choice play with potentially an error scattered in there. They are going to put an error on the board for McMinnville, so they now have 3 errors. Roseburg just 1 hit, but now runners on the corners. 1 out, and Roseburg last inning it into a double play in a similar situation. Runners at first and second last inning, and they hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Now runners on the corners, 1 out. Be a little bit tougher to turn 2 with St. Clair at the plate and his speed. First pitch down and away, 1-0. Dane reached on an error his first time up. First of 3 errors the Grizzlies have committed. Now an opportunity to tie the game with the tying runner 90 feet away at third. St. Clair takes high. 2 balls and no strikes. Senior left-handed hitter looking to come through for the Indians. Two balls and no strikes. Pitch from Mix. Glared at for a strike. Catches the zone on the upper outer portion of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike in this lefty versus lefty battle. Mix shakes and now comes set. The left-hander deals. St. Clair checks his swing. He went around. Stealing second is Austin. It's now 2 in scoring position. An opportunity with a base hit here to take the lead. Especially with Caden Austin at second in his wheels. Mix looks towards third. He's going to work out of the windup. The 2-2. St. Clair chases a pitch in the dirt. Throw down towards first base in time to retire St. Clair for out number 2. So a big strikeout for Mix, who picks up his 3rd strikeout.
Now batting for Roseburg, number 14, Cal Robbins.
And now the cleanup hitter, Cal Robbins, comes to the plate, trying to give the Indians the lead. And Mix is going to have a mound meeting. Todd Peterson, the head coach of McMinnville High School, the 2024 Coach of the Year in the Pacific Conference. And the infield talking strategy as well right now. Special thanks to our sponsor, Dr. Lance and Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call 541-378-6694. As well as Chuck Schwarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? So the defensive meeting breaks for McMinnville. And Robbins comes to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking his first time up against Mix. Indians with just 1 hit. It came in this inning, Fletcher Coleman, who's standing at third right now. Robbins at the plate. First pitch to Cal. Down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, yesterday, Robbins had a single, a double, and a triple, all in order, before grounding out in his final at bat. Still a 3 for 4 day with a couple of extra base hits. 1-0 pitch. Robbins laces it to left field. It's hooking foul, and it is way foul. Good contact. Just couldn't square it up. Just a tad bit early, but he certainly launched it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still with the runner at third. Mix is going to work out of the windup. He's standing on the right side of the bump. If you're looking at it from home plate. The 1-1. Taken for a strike. 1-1. And he was standing on that part of the mound and was able to connect on the outside portion of the plate. It's an odd spot for the pitcher to be working out of. Mix looks towards third and now winds. The 1-2. Robbins almost gets hit. Ran him up inside. Was able to avoid it. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. Here's the 2-2. Robbins takes outside. Whew. Close one. Looked a little bit outside from our vantage point. McMinnville, they certainly wanted it on their sideline. So a full count with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position and a 1-0 game in the bottom of the third. The 3-2 delivery. Here it is. Robbins gets jammed up, rolls it to the right side. Bobble at second. Morrison can't field it. And the Indians tie the game 1-1. Coleman comes in and scores from third. Austin advances to third, and Robbins gets the first safely thanks to the fourth error today by McMinnville.
Now batting for Roseburg, first baseman Jake Johnson.
So now Jake Johnson comes to the plate. And Mix will go back to working out of the stretch. Runners on the corners in a 1-1 game. First pitch to Johnson. Outside, 1-0. Johnson reached on an error his first time up. And it's remarkable that Roseburg has a run on the board, just one hit. They've been held down by 4 errors, but just 1 run to show for it. Really need to make the Grizzlies pay here. Throw back to first. Robbins dives back safely. Not sure if they got the scouting report. I'm not sure how many times we're going to see Cal Robbins take off this season. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Johnson takes a fastball for a strike inside part of the plate. 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and we'll have to wait. Throw back to first. Robbins well back in time. There's been 2 errors already in this inning for McMinnville defensively that have helped Roseburg tie the game. The 1-1. Johnson waits for an off-speed pitch and pops it foul. It's like he waited a little bit too long and was a little bit late. One ball and 2 strikes. Johnson an opportunity here to give the Indians the lead with Austin standing at third. Throw back towards first, and Robbins gets into a pickle intentionally. They're going to try to send Austin home. The throw in time as Austin is tagged out. They're trying to get Robbins to get into a pickle to allow Austin to come home and score. Instead, they get Austin at home plate to end the inning. Indians tie the game thanks to a hit, couple of errors, and 1 left stranded. We go on now to the top of the 4th inning. 1-1 the score here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the 4th inning here at Champion Car Wash Field. Roseburg Indians and the McMinnville Grizzlies tied 1-1. Riley Cheney delivers a first pitch that's flared out towards right field, and Drew Bazan leads things off with a single. So Bazan puts himself aboard with a single. 1-1 the score here in the top of the 4th. Indians able to tie the game in the bottom half of the 3rd inning thanks to an error. Now the leadoff batter aboard here in the top of the 4th for the Grizzlies. So Grant Yoakum going to go out to first base to run for Bazan. Second time today. First pitch from Cheney outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Braden Mix, his counterpart today. Mix 0 for 2 so far. Grounded out to Cheney back in the first. Grounded to second in the second. 1-0 pitch. Bunt shown, and it's bunted foul. 1-1. Special thanks to our sponsor, Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. 1-1. Up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cheney working out of the stretch. Entered the inning with just 41 pitches thrown. Bunt shown to the third base side. Robbins fields at third, goes to first, and gets the out there. So a sacked bunt from Braden Mix advances Grant Yoakum to second. So now a runner at second. And this 1-1 ball game. Go ahead runner in scoring position now for McMinnville. Top of the 4th inning. Grizzlies 1 run on 3 hits so far today. Indians 1 error defensively after 4 errors yesterday out in the field. Cheney's first pitch, a breaking ball in the zone for a strike. 0-1. Cam Hyder at the plate, a strikeout swinging in the first, reached on an error last inning and came in to score. The 0-1. Popped in the air out towards right field, foul territory, and it's going to go foul. Too far for Jake Johnson to go chase down. No balls and 2 strikes, and Hyder last inning reached on a tough, controversial call. Paxton Burke one-hopped it to first base. It looked like Johnson stayed on the bag and got the play, but they called him safe. It's credited as an error, and ultimately, Hyder came in to score the game's first run. The 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards center field, pretty deep. St. Clair chasing after it into the alley. He loses the hat, but finds the ball. So he makes the catch and throws it in. Tagging at second, advancing to third is Yoakum. So 2 outs, a runner at third now here in the top of the 4th inning. And it brings up Aaron Rolfe. So Rolfe at the plate, left-handed hitter facing off against Cheney. Go ahead and run 90 feet away in this 1-1 game. He swings at the first pitch, drives it to center field. St. Clair moves a few steps towards his left and makes the catch for out number 3. Well, McMinnville gets the leadoff hitter aboard with a single. He's left stranded at third. No runs and no errors. We now go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 the score halfway through this game. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 14.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 the score. Roseburg coming up to hit this inning. looking to take the lead for the first time today. And our last inning, trailing by 1, able to tie it thanks to an error. So, Jake Johnson going to be leading things off. He was at the plate last inning. The Indians tried to get a little bit tricky on the base paths. Didn't work out, and Johnson has to come back to the plate as he swings and pops up the first pitch he sees here on the bottom of the 4th towards shallow center field. Back in making the catch is the shortstop Pitts for out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 18, Luke Robbins.
So it brings up Luke Robbins now. Third baseman to the plate, facing off against Braden Mix, who now is up to 70 pitches. This will be his 71st. First pitch in the zone for a strike. 0-1. So Luke struck out his first time. Looking for success this time through against Mix, and instead almost got drilled. Somehow bent backwards and got out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Robbins pops it up towards left field. Coming in is the left fielder, Schoaf, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Two quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th in this 1-1 game. Brings up A.J. Black. Black walked his first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning. Now the left fielder gets some advice from Tim Sester and now gets back in the box. Makes the southpaw. Delivers. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Nix looks really good to start this 4th inning. Lefty's been excellent so far today. The 0-1. Breaking ball in the zone for a strike. 0-2. Black looking to battle. The 0-2 pitch. High. 1-2. So Black walked on 4 pitches this first time up. Yesterday had a single, an RBI, and a double. 1-2. Looked at outside. 2-2. McMinnville, their sideline, wanted that one. Here's the 2-2. Up and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On a gorgeous afternoon. Now up to 70 degrees here in Roseburg. Payoff pitch. Ground ball foul. Do it again. And the record high for the date. 76 degrees set in 2016. Might be breaking that today. Projected to be a high of 82 degrees. Payoff pitch. Upstairs. So Black works his second walk. Brings up Amos Bowers. So Amos comes to the plate, hit into a double play his first time up. Bowers looking to keep the inning alive. Indians just 1 hit today. It came last inning. Fletcher Coleman, an infield hit. First pitch, high. 1-0. See somebody at the ballpark brought their dog today. Dog's taking in some baseball. Throw back towards first, and they get him. So Black is thrown out at first base, and that is a unique 1-2-3 inning for Braden Mix. Indians unsuccessful, just a walk. 1-2-3 they go. We go on to the 5th inning. It is 1-1 here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching. There were no McMinnville errors and no runners left on base. Through 4 innings played, we are tied. McMinnville 1, Roseburg 1.
Top of the 5th inning, 1-1 the score. Each team with 1 run. Indians have 1 hit compared to McMinnville's 5. 4 errors defensively for the Grizzlies. Just 1 error defensively for Roseburg. Riley Cheney back to work here in the 5th. First pitch swinging, and a line drive to left field gets over the head of A.J. Black, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Nick Opitz is digging for 3. He slips. The throw goes to third. If they went towards second, they might have had a play. He was caught in between second and third, trying to stretch it to a triple. He slipped in between the bases, and then he had to run all the way back to second. But Nash Opitz, I should say, has a double to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning.
That was number 1, Nash Opitz, leading things off for McMinnville.
So Opitz ends up at second, the 6th hit today for McMinnville. Now a runner in scoring position for the Grizzlies here in the top of the 5th inning. Tyler Brummett to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Been the best hitter today for either squad. Johnson charges in at first pitch. Outside, 1-0. Think he's anticipating potentially a bunt shown here. Trying to advance the go-ahead runner to third. 1 ball and no strikes. Throw back towards second. It's high, and it goes into the outfield. St. Clair backing up and staying at second is Opitz. Potentially a dangerous play there. Instead, 1 ball and no strikes. Cheney entering the inning with 50 pitches thrown. This will be his 53rd of the game. Doing a good job keeping the pitch count low. 1-0. Bunt shown. It misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Thank you guys for all joining us this afternoon for some Roseburg baseball. Special thanks to our sponsor, DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop, as well as Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 2-0 bunt shown. It's up the third base line, and it's going to be a great bunt. Cheney can't field it, and reaching for safely is Brummett. So a bunt single puts runners on the corner.
Batting next for McMinnville, number 7, third baseman Kane Sullivan.
Brings up Kane Sullivan. Sullivan hit by a pitch. RBI single. He has the Grizzlies' only RBI so far today. In a 1-1 game in the top of the 5th, he has a chance to give his team the lead for the second time. First pitch. Sullivan lines it to right center field. It's down for a base hit. The Grizzlies will take the lead. Opitz in to score. Going first to third is Brummett. It's an RBI single for Kane Sullivan, and McMinnville leads 2-1. Second hit today for Sullivan, second RBI. And the inning continues with no outs. Taylor Carnahan will be coming to the plate, but before that, mound meeting. So McMinnville now out hitting Roseburg 8-1. Braden Mix has done an excellent job on the bump for the Grizzlies, limiting the Indians to just one hit. The defense hasn't been great. 4 errors. It hasn't helped him out, but still just 1 run he's given up. Special thanks to our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse. You can also thank Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs. So the mound meeting breaks. Runners on the corners in a 2-1 ball game. Taylor Carnahan to the plate, hit by a pitch and a walk so far. Cheney trying to keep the damage at just 1. Corner of the infield in. Middle of the infield playing at double play depth. First pitch, breaking ball in the zone for a strike. 0-1. Lefty versus righty matchup. Carnahan, the left-handed hitter. With his toes on the check, the left-handed hitter's box. Takes a pitch low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson holding Sullivan at first base. Robbins keeping an eye on Brummett, who's leading off from third. Cheney will throw back towards first. Diving back there safely is Sullivan. Still 1 ball and 1 strike to Carnahan. Cheney nods the 1-1. Outside. Two balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. Pitch outside, throw down towards second. Austin cuts it off, but stealing second is Sullivan. So 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 in scoring position. Infield all comes in with nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Cheney's 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2. So a full count now. Again, just a 2-1 ball game. Indians still in it. Hoping to avoid a 5th inning blunder like they had yesterday. 3-2. Hit him. Connected on the right knee to the left-handed hitter Carnahan, and the bases are loaded. For the second time today, Carnahan's been hit by a pitch. Brummett at third, Sullivan at second, Carnahan at first. Bases loaded, nobody out for the second time today for the Grizzlies. And A.J. Morrison will come to the plate. This is exactly the situation that McMinnville had in the second. Bases loaded, nobody out. And they couldn't score. Cheney was able to get out of the jam. Let's see if history replicates itself here today in the top of the 5th. First pitch, Morrison looks at it for a strike. 0-1. Maybe that's the secret. Get him to high-pressure situations, and he just locks in. The 0-1. Ground ball foul. Cheney gets ahead. Looking for a big first out here. Then puts the double play in question. Infielders all standing on the grass in the infield. The 0-2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The junior, Riley Cheney, dangles the arm and comes set. The 1-2. Breaking ball, popped foul behind the plate. It's the roof above us. Cheney shakes. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Big punch out for Riley Cheney. Gets Morrison looking. That just his second strikeout, his first since the first inning. And now an out with the bases loaded. And Drew Bazan will come to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice and singled so far. First pitch to Bazan. Breaking ball inside. 1-0. So the corner of the infield in Robbins and Johnson at third and first. Remain in. Middle of the infield in Burke and Austin at short and second. Back up in double play depth. The 1-0. Looked at for a strike, 1-1. Outfielders playing straight up. A little bit more inwards towards center field. A lot of space down either line. The 1-1. Ground ball towards first. Johnson fields it. He comes home. It's over the head of the catcher, Bowers. One run comes in to score on the air from Johnson. And still bases loaded. And now a 3-1 game. It looked like Johnson hesitated for a second whether or not he should just take it to the bag and get the out there. That was the guarantee. He decided to come home with it, and he threw it over Bauer's head.
Now batting number 4, Braden Mix.
So that's the second error of the game for Roseburg. Bazan reaches on a fielder's choice, and now Braden Mix to the plate. First pitch to the pitcher is high. 1-0. So Brummett comes in and scores. Sullivan heads over to third, and Carnahan now at second. Defense still in the same setup, and now a 2-run ball game. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball through the 3-4 hole into right field. Mix adds on to the lead with an RBI single. Each runner moves up a spot. Sullivan in to score. Carnahan to third. Bazan to second. McMinnville leads 4-1.
Now batting number 11, Cam Hyder.
Brings up Cam Hyder. First pitch. A little bit high. 1-0. So a strikeout. Reaching on an air was Hyder back in the third, and then a fly out to center field. The 1-0. In the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Three runs so far here in this inning for McMinnville. 1-1. Hit out towards right field. It's down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Racing around third and coming in to score is Bazan. Going first to third is Braden Mix. Cam Hyder has a 2 RBI single, and McMinnville extends the lead. It is now 6-1. So Hyder comes through, back-to-back RBI hits for the Grizzlies. And Bazan and Carnahan score, so Mix at third, Hyder at first. First pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It's Aaron Rolfe, who's the 9th hitter of the inning for the Grizzlies. Yesterday, it was a 5 spot in the 5th inning. That was against Clackamas, and another 5 spot in the 5th inning today for the Indians. The 1-0. Looked at for a strike. 1-1. Cheney delivers. Ball flared out towards shallow center field. St. Clair slides in center, and he makes the catch. Or no, he doesn't. Throw to second, and they'll get the out at second. They're going to tag at third as well. So that's 3 outs apparently. McMinnville is very confused what the ruling was. So Roseburg appears to have already ran off the field into the dugout. It looked like St. Clair slid and made the catch in center field. But then he may have dropped it, and they threw it to second, got the force out there because there was runners on the corners. And then Roseburg threw it back to third and got potentially an out there for the runner not tagging at third and coming in to score. So it looks like there's going to be 2 outs, a runner at first, and 1 run that came in and scored. So I think how they're going to rule it is Rolfe got a hit to center field because St. Clair couldn't hold on to the catch on the slide. They threw it to second, got out Hyder. Mix came in and scored from third, and Rolfe ends up at first with a single and an RBI. So after all that, it's going to be 7-1. Runner at first, and 2 outs. First pitch, runner on the move, throw down towards second base, a little bit late. So Rolfe steals second, 7-1 the score here in the top of the 5th inning. And now a runner in scoring position for the Grizzlies. The 0-1. Popped in the air out towards center field. St. Clair fights off the sun and makes the catch for the final out. McMinnville able to add on and score 6 runs in the inning thanks to an error and a total of 6 hits. 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 left stranded, 1 error in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is McMinnville leading 7-1. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. Lotus Media Group LLC.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning, it is 7-1, McMinnville with the lead. Nat Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Again, game number 2 coming up about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one here at Champion Car Wash Field. 6-run inning for McMinnville in the top of the 5th, and now Roseburg goes to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging and a pop-up towards the shortstop. Bowers flies out to Nash Opitz for out number 1. Brings up Fletcher Coleman now. He'll be followed by Paxton Burke. 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th for Roseburg. Indians today just 1 hit. It came in the 3rd inning. Haven't had the most success. Full day, I should say, at the plate as the pitch misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mix shakes. Now delivers. 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coleman, he was the one that had the hit. He was the last batter to get a hit today for Roseburg, the only one. 1-2, called strike 3. Mix picks up his 4th strikeout. Quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. So now 2 outs, nobody on, and top of the order due up, Paxton Burke. First pitch, Burke takes a strike. 0-1. Special thanks to our sponsor, Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. The 0-1 is popped in the air out towards shallow right field. The second baseman, Morrison, calls everybody off and makes the catch for out number 3. Indians go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It is 1-1 the score, rather 7-1 the score. McMinnville with the lead. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back here to Champion Car Wash Field. Riley Cheney is out of the game. Cheney now moves to left field. A.J. Black now moves from left field to the mound. So that's the swap right there. So A.J. Black moves from left field to the bump, and from the bump to left field is Riley Cheney. So Black threw yesterday, going to come in relief for the 2nd straight day. Top of the 6th inning, 7-1 the score. It's McMinnville with the lead. Riley Cheney, his final line, 5 innings pitched, 10 hits, 7 runs, not all of them earned. A walk, 3 hit by pitches, and 2 strikeouts. So A.J. Black now into the game. The right-hander delivers a first pitch that is taken for a strike to Tyler Brummett, 0-1. So Brummett up for the fourth time. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles so far, has 10 hits. Rather, McMinnville has 10 hits in the afternoon. He has 3 of them. This one fouled away, 0-2. It'd be remarkable if he had 10 hits in a game. Not sure if that's ever been done. Either way, McMinnville out-hitting Roseburg 10-1. Been a very busy day for the Indians defense. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Black. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out. So a strikeout to Brummett brings up Kane Sullivan. Had an RBI single in his last 2 at-bats. Had a hit by pitch before that, so a 2-for-2 day. Has reached base safely in his 3 plate appearances. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1 from Black. Black just a sophomore. Flashed a little bit yesterday. Threw 1 1/3, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no strikeouts, no walks. 1 ball and 1 strike. So pitching in back-to-back days. The reliever hoping for a quick inning. 1-1. Dribbler out towards the right side of the infield. Austin charges, fields on a few hops, throws to first, and retires Sullivan. So quickly 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th inning, 7-1, McMinnville with the lead. Taylor Carnahan will come to the plate. He's been a magnet today. 2 hit by pitches plus a walk. So looking to register his first AB. First pitch. Hit out towards the shortstop Burke. He slides and makes a catch. So he snags the liner, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. How about that for A.J. Black? Quick work. 1, 2, 3, the Grizzlies go. We now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score is 7-1 in favor of McMinnville. Indians trying to get some offense going here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-1 the score. It is McMinnville with the lead. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Roseburg bringing up Caden Austin, Dane St. Clair, Cal Robbins due up for the Indians. Special thanks to our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Also special thanks to Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. So here's Caden Austin leading things off, facing off against Braden Mick, still into the game. First pitch, down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. So Austin, a pop up to right field, reached on a fielder's choice so far today. The 1-0 to him. Ground ball towards the left side, past a diving Sullivan into left field. Austin now digging for 2. The throw from center field comes in, and Austin will head back towards first base. So leadoff single for Caden Austin. It's just the 2nd hit today for Roseburg. They're needing to get the hits going here in the bottom of the 6th. Have 6 outs to work with to try to get 6 runs back. Trailing by 6 here in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Dane St. Clair. This lefty versus lefty battle, first pitch. St. Clair swings and fouls it back. 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. St. Clair at the plate. Reached on an error back in the first. Struck out swinging. His last time up against Mix in the 3rd. The 0-1. St. Clair lines it to center field for a base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Indians. Put 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 6th.
Batting next for Roseburg, number 14, Cal Robbins.
Brings up Cal Robbins. So a big opportunity for Cal here. The Indians trying to get back in this game. Cal so far reached on an error, struck out looking. First pitch, Robbins takes low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Relatively young Roseburg team with some seniors sprinkled in there. Cal, one of the young stars. Here's the 1-0. Robbins lines it to right field. It is fair down the line. 1 run scores in Austin. St. Clair, he's waved. He'll come around third and come in to score. Robbins looking for a triple. The throw to third is offline. And Cal Robbins has a 2 RBI triple. And the lead is now 4. Was able to go down the right field line just fair. Austin and St. Clair score. And Robbins has his 2nd triple in as many days. Now Jake Johnson will come to the plate. Still nobody out in a 7-3 ball game. The Indians have 3 straight hits to start this inning. Now a right-hander starting to warm up for McMinnville. First pitch to Johnson. Line drive up the middle. That scores Robbins. And the lead is down to 3. So after entering the inning with just 1 hit, the Indians have exploded for 4 straight hits. Single, single, triple, single. To have scored 3 straight runs. And we might get a pitching change here. So with a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for McMinnville, they have a defensive meeting. Special thanks to our sponsor, Quality Fence. American Family Insurance is at the heart of it all. When life hands you a tough road or you just want to be prepared, turn to Lynette McAllister for your insurance needs. So Roseburg with 3 runs on 4 hits so far to begin this bottom of the 6th inning. They'll have a runner at first in Jake Johnson. And Luke Robbins coming to the dish. Mix is going to remain in the game. He's getting close towards his pitch limit. So 7-4, McMinnville with the lead. And now here is Luke Robbins. First pitch to Luke. Checks his swing, he went around. 0-1, good pitch from Mix. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, he did not go around. 1-1. So Luke so far a strikeout back in the 2nd. Flew out to left field in the 4th inning. Now he looks for his first hit today. The 1-1. Robbins grounds it towards the left side of the infield at third. Sullivan fields. He'll go to first and gets the out there. Good job by Hyder, who tracked to the right side of the first base bag. Kept his right foot on the bag and made the play there. Johnson advances from first to second on the 5-3 ground out. Brings up A.J. Black here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Black now the pitcher for Roseburg, so a chance to give himself some runs. It's assuming he comes back out there for the 7th inning. Did a pretty good job in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout. Now a chance to try to make it a 2-run game. The runner in scoring position at second. First pitch. Black cut through it. On 1. Didn't fully swing through it. Checked the swing, and he went around and crossed the wrists. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mix working out of the stretch. Looks towards second, now comes to the plate. 1-1, fouled away. It is a left-hander warming up for McMinnville. Looks like it's Tyler Brummett who's warming up right now for the Grizzlies. Brummett the DH. So we could see Brummett coming into the game for Mix some point in this inning. The 1-2. Grounder towards the left side at third. Sullivan fields, looks towards second, throws to first. Not in time. Black legs it out. I think it was the slight hesitation from Sullivan looking back the runner towards second. So that'll get credited as a hit. It's now 2 on, 1 out. And Amos Bowers coming to the plate.
Batting next for Roseburg, number 11, Amos Bowers.
Has he swung with the pencil bat the whole day? I don't think so. I think this is the first time we're seeing Amos Bowers swing the pencil bat. It's a metal baseball bat that looks like a number 2 pencil. It's incredible. So he whips it out for this situation. Represents the tying run at the plate as he takes the first pitch outside, 1-2. I mean, it has the pink eraser on the top of it, the green metal binding, and then the yellow big body of the bat, kind of like the wooden yellow frame of a pencil. The 1-0. A little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. I think this is the first time any Indian is utilizing that bat. What a situation to whip it out for. Indians trailed 7-1 entering this inning. It's down to a 7-4 ball game. 2-0. Catches the chest for a strike. 2-1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Indians now up to 6 hits. They had 1 entering the inning. Now 5 so far here on the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1. Popped up out towards the first base side, out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to Amos Bowers. Grounded into a double play in the second. Popped up to short. Back in the 5th. Mix shakes a couple of times. Still staring in, and now Bowers calls time. The 2-2. Bowers grounds it towards the left side. Sullivan charges in. Fields throws to first and gets the out there. Both runners will advance. So now runners at second and third. 2 outs. And it brings up Fletcher Coleman.
Now batting number 2, Fletcher Coleman.
So Johnson advances the third. Black at second. Coleman, who's 1 for 2 today, had the only hit of the game for the Indians before this inning. Looking for his second hit and a chance to make it a 1-run game. He swings and lines it to left field, and he does just that. Black's around third. He'll come in and score. Coleman heads to second after a bobble in left field by Schauf, I should say. And Coleman comes through. And now the Indians have the tying run in scoring position after the single and error. That is the 5th error today for McMinnville. As Black and Johnson each come in and score. It's 7-6. The Indians now have 7 hits today. And this is going to be it for Braden Mix. An excellent day ends a little sour here in the 6th. 7-6 the score. It's McMinnville with the lead. Pitching change upcoming. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is on the other half this break. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM. And
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
bottom of the 6th inning, tying run in scoring position. Fletcher Coleman is standing at second. 9th batter of the inning, Paxton Burke, is going to come up to the plate. As now into the game to pitch is Tyler Brummett. Nash Opitz is the shortstop. Kane Sullivan at third base. A.J. Morrison the second. Cam Hyder is the first baseman. Drew Bazone is the catcher. Austin Schoaf out in left field. Aaron Rolfe in center field. And Taylor Carnahan is the right fielder. So here's Paxton Burke, a chance to tie the game for the Indians here in the bottom of the 6th. 7-6 the score. McMinnville with a 6-run 5th inning. Indians trying to answer that with a 6-run inning in the 6th. Pitch high, 1-0. They've scored 5 so far. Paxton Burke looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2, had a sac bunt, but a couple of ground out and a pop-up so far. The 1-0. High. 2 balls and no strikes from Tyler Brummett. Braden makes 5 2/3. Allowed 7 hits so far, responsible for 6 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. The 2-0 pitch. In the zone for a strike. 2-1. Catches the upper inner portion of the plate. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty versus righty matchup. The 2-1 to Burke. Looked at outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Coleman leading off from second base. Burke would be the go-ahead and winning run. As now a throwback towards second. Coleman almost picked off. He's back there safely. He'd be the go-ahead run. Burke would be. If he gets on base and comes around and scores, the Indians could close it out in the 7th if that situation arose. So 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1. High. So a walk will put the go-ahead run at first base. 2 outs. And now Caden Austin will come back up to the plate.
Batting again for Roseburg, number 1, Caden Austin.
2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-6 the score. Caden Austin led off this inning with a single. It was just the second hit of the game for Roseburg, and they now have 7. Austin swings at the first pitch, pops it up behind the plate, and it goes out of play. Drew Bazan, the catcher, ran back and slammed into the wall. Probably about 10 to 15 feet outside of the field. He wanted it. So 0-1 the count to Austin. Trying to come through with the second hit of the inning for himself. Tie the game. The 0-1. High. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big at bat here for Caden Austin, the senior. Trying to come through against a very good McMinnville team. The 1-1. Austin swings and misses. He wanted it. You could tell he was being aggressive. And we got a little bit too excited to swing a little early. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brummett comes set at the waist. The left-hander will look back towards second. Diving back there safely is Coleman. One ball and 2 strikes. Brummett delivers. Austin takes high. 2-2. Caden Austin heading off to Valley City State. Go play football there next year. Wrapping up his senior year and playing some baseball. Second baseman staring in the southpaw. Brummett looks back towards second. Diving back there is Coleman. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High. 3-2. So a full count with 2 outs. On deck for Roseburg is Dane St. Clair. Brummett in danger of walking the go-ahead run into scoring position. Throw back towards second. Instead, it's just a step off from Brummett. Here's the 3-2. High. Bases loaded. 2 outs. The rally continues for Roseburg. Burke advances to second. Austin to first. And Coleman to third. And now Dane St. Clair, an opportunity. Bases loaded. 2 outs in a 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th. A chance to give Roseburg the lead. First pitch. St. Clair takes high. 1-0. St. Clair singled in this inning. Came in and scored his second at bat of the inning. The 1-0. St. Clair takes a strike outside part of the plate, 1-1. Before the single and run in this inning, St. Clair reached on an air and struck out. The 1-1. St. Clair swings and fouls it off. 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in a 1-run game. Tyler Brummett trying to keep the Grizzlies on top. The 1-2 to St. Clair. Fouls it off and stays alive. It was a breaking ball, and St. Clair just got a piece of it. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to St. Clair. Fouled off. St. Clair stays alive. Burke at second, Coleman at third, and Austin at first. The 1-2. St. Clair goes down swinging. A strikeout for Brummett, and he leaves the bases loaded. Indians, they score a total of 5 runs on 6 hits, leave 3 stranded, and get helped out by 1 error. We now go to the 7th inning. It is a 1-run ball game here at Champion Car Wash Field. 7-6, McMinnville with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Top of the 7th inning here at Champion Car Wash Field, Bill Gray Legion Stadium. 7-6, it is McMinnville with the lead here on a beautiful afternoon in the Berg. Pitch in the turf, 1 ball and no strikes from A.J. Black, who's back out there for Roseburg. First pitch bounced in to A.J. Morrison. Morrison, Bazan, and Mix do up. Line drive out towards left field, a base hit for A.J. Morrison. Gets his first hit of the day. He previously flew out a couple of times and struck out looking.
Now batting for McMinnville, number 10, Drew Bazan.
Brings up Drew Bazan. Has reached on a fielder's choice twice and singled so far in this ball game. Runner at first, nobody out. Black in for his second inning of relief work. First pitch, a bunt shown. It's bunted up the first base line. Johnson Fields tags out the batter in Bazan. Advancing to second on the play is A.J. Morrison after the sack bunt. Brings up Braden Mix with one out and the runner at second. And this one-run ball game, Mix an RBI single his last time up. Before that, a sack bunt and a couple of ground outs. So now the 5th time through the order for the Grizzlies. Black's first pitch, down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Hey, stick around. Coming up, we're going to have an interview with Roseburg Indian Jay Stoffel, former Indian. Stoffel, who's just getting into personal coaching with local ball players. You can stay tuned to hear how you can get details on how Jace could help you and your young ball player. This is a pop-up out towards left field. The diving play in left field is not made, and it is foul. It looked like Riley Cheney almost made the play. It's the second time today the Indians have had a play in the outfield where they've dove at a ball and haven't been able to squeeze the mitt. Either way, it's 1 ball and 1 strike after the allowed pop-up. But yeah, Jace, former Oregon Duck, played at Umpqua Community College, transferred to Oregon, got drafted in the top 10 rounds of the MLB draft, and now back here in Roseburg, who's getting into personal coaching with local ball players. So stick around for that interview. Joey interviewed him just a second ago. Throw back to second, and diving back there safely was Morrison. Just in time. Black almost picked him off. And now it looks like Burke is a little shaken up. Lindsay, the trainer, out there to attend to him. Looked like it happened on the throwback. Special thanks to our sponsor, Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. When it comes to septic tank plumbing and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning, Southern Septic Service is women and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. Special thanks also to the Roseburg Country Club. You can head over there and get a membership there. It's a beautiful, beautiful country club. I've played that golf course once, and it is quite the treat. So they're still tending to Burke out there. Looks like he's down on one knee, like his left knee. Not exactly sure where the injury is. Looks like Coach and Lindsay are standing next to him. As Burke is down on his left knee. His head is down. They continue to attend to him. So with the injury to Burke, we'll take a 1-minute timeout. 7-6 the score, top of the 6 here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Huh. Might have been a hit to the midsection. Either way, after being down for a while, Burke remains in the game. So Blank going to have some warm-up pitches before resuming this inning. 7-6 the score. McMinnville with the lead. Each team scored 1 run in the third. They were both scoreless in the fourth. 6 runs for the Grizzlies in the top of the fifth. No runs for Roseburg in the bottom of the fifth. No runs for the Grizzlies in the top of the sixth. And then 5 runs from Roseburg in the bottom of the sixth inning to make it a 1-run game, 7-6. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch is lifted in the air out towards right field. And to make the catch is Fletcher Coleman tagging at second, and now backtracking to second is the runner in Morrison. So Braden Mix flies out to right field. Puts 2 outs on the board and brings up Cam Hyder. Hyder, a 2 RBI single in the 5th inning. That was his last time up. Chance to stretch the lead to 2. First pitch. Outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So Black gets back on the bump. The long game, over 2 hours and 10 minutes into this game already. 1-0. Popped in the air out towards center field. Going back and not making the catch is Cheney. It's over his head and it rolls towards the wall. In to score from second is Morrison. Stopping at second with an RBI double is Cam Hyder. And McMinnville extends the lead to 2. It is 8-6. So it brings up Aaron Rolfe. 2 singles, 2 flyouts, and an RBI so far for Rolfe. 8-6 the score, top of the 7th inning. McMinnville comes through with some 2-out scoring. A.J. Black delivers a pitch in the turf. 1 ball and no strikes. Black comes set. The 1-0. Popped out towards left field. Foul. 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There were 2 outs. Pitch. Lined up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming around third and in to score is Hyder. It's an RBI single for Aaron Rolfe, who has his 3rd hit of the day, his 2nd RBI. And the lead is now back extended to 3. So 9-6 now the score. That the 13th hit of the game for the Grizzlies. And it brings up Nash Opitz. First pitch. Opitz pops it up out towards right field into foul territory. Coleman slides, and it's a little bit past his reach. So no ball and 1 strike. Runner at first in this 3-run ball game. Black's pitch. outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Black came in last inning, got a 1-2-3 inning. Strikeout, ground out, line out. This inning, a single, sac bunt, fly out, double, and single so far. 2 runs in the inning. The 1-1. Up and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Black looks back towards first. And now ready. 2-1. Outside and stealing second on the play is Rolf. No throw as Bowers lost it in the exchange from the mitt to his right hand. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here were 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning in a 9-6 ball game that McMinnville has scored 6 runs in the 5th and 2 now here in the 7th. 3-1. Catches the zone. 3-2. Hope hits a double in the 5th inning. One of the 6 runs that came in that inning. Pitch in, a little bit high and inside, and it's a walk. So the inning's extended. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Going to bring up Tyler Brummett.
Number 6, Tyler Brummett.
Brummett, a 3-for-4 day, 3 singles, and a strikeout. Now a mound meeting. So we'll see if this is it for A.J. Black. And Black is going to hand over the ball. So a new pitcher is going to come into the game for Roseburg. Let you know who the new pitcher is on the other half this break. 9-6 the score. It is McMinnville with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
So the new pitcher into the game with 2 outs and 2 on here on the top of the 7th is Cal Robbins. He moves over from third base to the mound. Going from the mound to left field is A.J. Black. Coming from left field to the dugout is Riley Cheney. He's out of the game. Going from third base to the mound was Robbins. Going from first base to third base is Jake Johnson. And going from the dugout to first base is Luke Robbins. A lot of maneuvering, but we made it work. 2 outs, 2 on, runners at first and second in a 3-run game in the top of the 7th. Game number 1 of the doubleheader today. Game number 2 going to start 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Robbins gets set. First pitch to Tyler Brummett in the zone for a strike. 0-1. So Brummett again, 3 for 4 today. Has a chance to add onto the lead. McMinnville scoring 2 runs so far in this inning. The 0-1. High. 1-1 from Robbins. His first action of the season on the mound. Just a sophomore. Transfer from Douglas High School, where he spent his freshman season last year. First team Far West League last year with the Trojans. Robbins steps off the mound. And now back on. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So Robbins a strike away from getting out of this inning after coming in with 2 outs. A little bit of damage control. The 1-2. Fouled back. Stays alive. So again, after this, we'll have game number 2. In between, we'll have that interview with former Roseburg Indian Jay Stoffel, former big leaguer. I guess he never played in the big leagues, but he was drafted into the MLB. Played a little bit in minor league baseball. Former Oregon Duck. I believe first team all Pac-12 as well. 1-2. Down and inside. 2-2. I mean, I think the best game Jace pitched was at Oregon against Stanford. It was a Friday night game. I think he went the distance. Full 9 innings against the Cardinal. It was a shutout. He was named Pac-12 Pitcher of the Week after that one. 2-2 from Robbins. Brummett takes outside, and the count's gone full. And now a little bit of a pickle. Robbins runs at second. Now throws to third. Johnson backtracking. Now trying to get it is Burke. He fakes a throw and then tags out the runner. There's a little bit of mismanagement there with, looked like Opitz taking off towards second. Maybe thinking it was 3-2 then, and maybe a pitch too early. So that'll do it for McMinnville in the top of the 7th inning. 1 left stranded after 3 hits and 2 runs. We now go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 9-6. McMinnville with the lead. 1 minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, it is 9-6. McMinnville with the lead here at Champion Car Wash Field, game number 1 of the doubleheader. Indians got some work to do. They're going to have Cal Robbins, Jake Johnson, and Luke Robbins come up to the plate now against Tyler Brummett. So Brummett remains in the game for McMinnville. Brummett lines and delivers. First pitch to Robbins, taken for a strike, going 1. Callie, 2 RBI triple his last time up. That was last inning, part of the 5-run, bottom of the 6th inning for Roseburg. They gave up 2 in the top of the 7th, As Robbins rips it down the right field line. Once again, it's fair, and it rolls down into the corner. Robbins going to 2. We'll see if he turns towards 3. He will. He's looking for a second triple. The throw is late. Cal Robbins, 2 triples today. His second triple in as many innings. And the Indians start this inning with a leadoff triple, trailing by 3. So in steps Jake Johnson. RBI single last inning. Pop up and a play in which he reached on an error before that. First pitch. Johnson takes above the letters. 1-0. So looking for another RBI hit here. Indians trailing by 3. Trying to come from behind. They have not led today against McMinnville. 1-0, taken for a strike. 1-1 right at the letters. Again, McMinnville entering today, ranked number 5 out of 48 6A teams according to the OSAA. Roseburg right now at 32. So this would be an upset win if Roseburg could come back. Johnson grounds the ball under the mitt of the third baseman, Sullivan. It rolls down the left field line. Johnson's looking for a double as Schoaf picks it up and throws it in. RBI double for Jake Johnson, and the Indians have scored a run here in the bottom of the 7th to make it a 2-run game.
Batting next for Roseburg, first baseman Luke Robbins.
So it brings up Luke Robbins now. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-run game, tying run to the plate in Robbins, who is hitless so far today. Looks like a pitcher starting to warm up now for McMinnville. First pitch. Robbins takes a strike on 1. So Cal Robbins, who led off the inning with a triple, comes in and scores. Johnson, his second hit plus his second RBI. He's standing at second. And now Luke has an opportunity. The 0-1. Robbins slaps it to center field. Johnson gets waved. He'll come around and score as Luke Robbins has an RBI single to bring the Indians back within 1. Roseburg now has 10 hits. They've had 9 combined hits over the past 2 frames, and there's still nobody out. With the tying run at first and the winning run in A.J. Black now coming to the plate. They're going to keep Brummett still in the game. We'll see if Black elects to sacrifice himself here to advance the tying run into scoring position in Robbins. Throw back to first, and back there safely is Luke. One-run game in the bottom of the 7th. Throw back towards first, and Robbins dives back there safely. So Brummett back on the mound. The left-hander looks into the right-handed hitter in Black. And he'll throw back to first again. I mean, really aggressive with Robbins over at first base. First pitch to Black, who shows bunt and bunts it foul off the netting. 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. The runner at first. Pitch to Black. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it misses high. 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Indians have scored a combined 7 runs over the past 2 innings and still have some change to work with. 1-1. Black shows bunt, gets it down. Fielding it on the mound is Brummett. He'll go to first and gets the out there. So Robbins advances to second. Tying run in scoring position. Sack bunt for A.J. Black. And now Amos Bowers will come to the plate. No pencil bat this time. Didn't work last time. He grounded out to third and now has a different bat. Will stand in with 1 out and the runner at second. A chance to tie the game here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Up and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Indians might want extra innings. Pitch up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. So Bowers, he's looking for his first hit. Grounded into a double play, popped up to short, and grounded out to third in his 3 prior ABs. The 2-0 from Brummett. High. 3-0. The 9-hole hitter, Fletcher Coleman, is on deck. The 3-0. Looked at for a strike. 3-1. He was taking that all the way. Three balls in 1 strike. Pitch from Brummett. High. It's a walk. The winning run is on first base. Going to have a pinch runner as Nick Ruiz is going to come in for Amos Bowers.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, now at first, Nick Ruiz.
He's the courtesy runner for the catcher.
Number 2, Fletcher Coleman.
And now Fletcher Coleman to the plate. 2-1, 1 out. 9-8 the score, bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Down and away. 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Coleman. 2 singles, an RBI, and a strikeout today for the left-handed hitter. The 1-0. Looks at it for a strike. 1-1. Coleman had an RBI single last inning in the 6th. Was able to bring in one of the 5 runs scored in the inning. Pitch from Brummett. Looked at for a strike. Two balls and 1 strike. Brummett ready. 2-1 delivery. Popped in the air out towards shallow center field. Trouble with the sun momentarily, but making the catch is Rolfe for out number 2. So big second out for Brummett. Indians have the tying run in scoring position, winning run at first base. And now the top of the order with Paxton Burke coming to the plate.
Number 7, Paxton Burke.
walked last inning. And this may be it for Brummett. The top of the order upcoming. Pitching coach, head coach out there, talking things over with his defense. So 9-8 the score. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, special thanks to all of our sponsors today. Barnes Heating and Cooling, Dr. Lance and Randall, Chuck Schwarm and Family Auto Repair, Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, DC Farmers Co-op, Cascade Community Credit Union, McClendon Smokehouse, Gibbs RV Superstore, Palm Wealth Management, Bowers Industrial, Quality Fence, Southern Septic Service, and Roseburg Country Club. So here's Burke at the plate. After the mound meeting, they keep Brummett in. 9-8 the score. 2 on and 2 out. Runners at first and second. First pitch to Burke. Breaking ball in the zone for a strike. 0-1. Burke looking for his first hit of the season. This would be the best spot. See if he can get it here. The 0-1. Ground ball down the third base line. Indians are going to tie it. 1 run scores. Stopping at third is Ruiz. Paxton Burke comes through. It's 9-9, and the Indians will have a chance to walk it off. Ruiz ends up at third, Burke at second. And now a 9-9 ball game. And Caden Austin will come up to the plate, trying to be the hero. A 1-for-3 day with a single and a walk. First pitch to Austin. High. 1-0. So Austin, his last 2 at-bats were the single and walk. They came last inning. Brummett can be careful. He can pitch around Austin with first base open. 1-0. In the zone for a strike. 1-1. Indians trying to come from behind and walk it off. One delivery. Austin takes high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dane St. Clair is on deck. Brummett working out of the windup. The runner at third. The 2-1. Austin wanted it, whiffs at it. 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. Winning run 90 feet away. The pitch. High. Full count. Doesn't get much better than this. So a full count with 2 outs and the winning run at third. Brummett shakes. Gets a pitch he likes. Winds. Delivers the payoff pitch. Austin fouls it away. Stays alive. Indians scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th. 3 runs so far here in the bottom of the 7th. Payoff pitch. Down low. It's a walk. Bases loaded. 2 outs.
Now batting for Roseburg, number 13, Dane St. Clair.
And now Dane St. Clair will try to be the hero. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tie game, bottom of the 7th. Game number 1 of the doubleheader. Lefty on lefty battle. First pitch from Brummett. Outside. 1-0. Bazan's done a good job behind the plate today. Not a single pass ball. The 1-0 pitch. St. Clair taking all the way. Takes a strike. 1-1. Ruiz at third. Burke at second. And Austin at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Brummett. St. Clair swings, chops it to third. Fielding it on 1 hop is Sullivan. He taps on the third base bag. And I know it's a doubleheader, but we got extra baseball here at Champion Car Wash Field. We're going to move on to the 8th inning. 9-9 the score. We got extra innings here on 541radio.com and the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Extra innings here at Champion Car Wash Field. 9-9 the score. 13 hits for McMinnville, 12 hits for Roseburg. 6 errors for the Grizzlies, 2 errors for the Indians, and we got extra baseball here in game number 1 of the doubleheader this afternoon. So Cal Robbins will get back on to the mound. Leading things off is Tyler Brummett. First pitch, Brummett takes inside, 1-0. So Brummett just barely got out of the last inning. Indians were trying to walk it off. They had an opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 outs. St. Clair a ground out to third, and now extra baseball here in the mid-afternoon. 1-0, pop up out towards left center field. Ranging over is the left fielder, A.J. Black, to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on, and now Kane Sullivan will come to the plate. 2 singles, a hit by pitch, couple of RBIs, and a ground out so far today for Sutherland. Robbins delivers. Down and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. So A.J. Black, his final line is 1 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Now he's out and playing in left field. 1-0, popped in the air out towards shallow right field. It's just over the head of Johnson. Austin barehands in after 1 hop off the turf. So it's a base hit, the 14th hit of the game for McMinnville. Now a runner at first, with 1 out for Taylor Carnahan. Top of the eighth inning here in game number 1. 9-9 the score. Throw back towards first. He's out! Robbins picks off Sullivan. So 2 outs. It's just like that. Nobody on. 2 outs in a 9-9 game in the top of the eighth. First pitch, breaking ball, outside, 1-0. So Carnahan at the plate. Again, a couple of hit by pitches, a walk, line out. Still searching for his first hit. 1-0 from Robbins, fired in the zone. Connects with the low portion of the plate. 1-1. One. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So Robbins looking pretty good. His first action of the season on the bump. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Nods the head. Comes set at the waist. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. He went around. So Robbins gets a strikeout. And 1-2-3, the Grizzlies go in unique fashion. We now head to the bottom of the eighth inning. The score is 9-9 here at Champion Car Wash Field. 1 minute timeout here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Bottom of the eighth inning, it is 9-9 the score. Pretty even. 9 runs for each team. Each team has had their fair share of errors. 14 hits for the Grizzlies, 12 hits for Roseburg. Indians will try to walk it off here in the bottom of the eighth. Extra innings in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Brings up Cal Robbins, who's had back-to-back innings with triples. Let's see if we can do it again. First pitch, up and away, 1-0. He had a triple in the 6th, a triple in the 7th. Led off last inning with a triple. Trying to replicate that here in the 8th. First pitch. Second pitch, I should say. He fouls it off. 1-1. Just got a notification on my watch. It's time to stand up. That's because this game has gone 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's gotten long. Robbins takes it's a bit high, 2-1. I mean, this is just my second time calling a Roseburg baseball game. Joey Keeran, he told me that it lasts normally an hour and a half. This is the second straight day of over 2 hours of baseball. Starting not to believe him. 2-1, down low. 3-1. I mean, this is extra innings, so obviously it's going to go a little bit longer, but approaching 3 hours today. Three-1. Taken for a strike. 3-2. So a full count to Robbins to begin this bottom of the 8th inning. Indians with 8 runs in the last 2 frames. 5 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 3-2. Robbins takes high, and the winning run is on base.
Now batting for Roseburg, number 17, Jake Johnson.
So Jake Johnson will come to the plate. Single and a double, plus a pair of RBIs in the last 2 ABs. That was after a play which he reached on an error at third and popped up to short. Throw back towards first. It looked like Johnson was going to show bunt, try to sacrifice himself. Advance the winning run to second. Corner of the infield comes in. First pitch to Johnson. He bunts it up the first base side. Backhanding it is the pitcher, Brummett. He goes to first, and he gets the out there. So Johnson sacrifices himself, and out is on the board. And the winning run is in scoring position, and Cal Robbins at second. And now Luke will have a chance to bring in his brother Cal and walk it off for Roseburg. First pitch to Robbins. Grounder to the left side. Fielding it on 2 hops is Sullivan, the third baseman. Throw to first. Gets past the first baseman, Hyder. Cal's going to head to third. Luke ends up at second. Another error for McMinnville. That is the 7th error in this game for the Grizzlies. And now A.J. Black with a chance to walk it off. Winning run at third. The infield comes in. Black a sac bunt in his last AB. A single and 2 walks before that. First pitch. Black pops it up towards right field. This could be it. It's deep. It's down. The Indians win. Robbins touches on home plate. A.J. Black bombarded. The Indians celebrate with a Game 1 victory, 10-9 in comeback fashion. It was a heck of a game. 25 combined hits, 19 combined runs, 9 combined errors, and the Indians score 9 runs in the final 3 innings and walk it off in extras. What a game for Roseburg. Wow. After being down 7-1, I should say, the Indians come from behind and win it 10-9 in extras, thanks to the RBI hit by A.J. Black. Cal Robbins comes in to score, and finally, after a total of 7 errors, the Indians make McMinnville pay for it. 10-9, the final in game number 1. Take a 2-minute timeout, wrap it up with the stats for this one. Stick around. We're going to have that interview with Jay Stoffel in between games. Game number 2 going to be starting in about 30 minutes or so. Stick around for that here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, Roseburg able to pull off the walk-off win. It was a walk-off hit by A.J. Black, his second hit of the game. Walked twice earlier, gets the RBI hit to bring in Cal Robbins, who was waiting at third base. Might have been a sac fly. The ball just kept on traveling out towards right field, and it dropped down for a base hit. Black, the hero, in game number 1. Game 2 coming up in just a few moments, but Luke Robbins, his brother, reached on an error beforehand. It extended the inning, and Roseburg is able to come through with A.J. Black. A lot of players to single out in this one. Cal Robbins, though, he scored the game-winning run, reached on a walk here in the 8th inning. Back-to-back triples in the 6th and 7th inning. Had a total of 2 RBIs as well. Big game for him. It's crazy. Roseburg had only 1 hit entering the 6th inning, and they finished today with a total of 12 hits. So a lot of hits late in the game. Bats were a little bit asleep towards the beginning of the game, and they certainly came alive at the end. A total of 11 hits across the final 2 1/3 innings. Roseburg scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th after McMinnville scored 6 runs in the top of the 5th. Yesterday, it was the 5th inning that ran into some trouble for Roseburg. It was 5 runs in the top of the 5th yesterday, 6 runs today for McMinnville in the top of the 5th inning. So a lot of runs in the 5th inning again. Roseburg did a good job responding, down 7-1. A lot of teams probably would have just ducked it in, been okay with that, and then moved on to game number 2 of the doubleheader. The Indians didn't do just that. They fought hard. They had 5 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, forced extra innings and walked it off in the 8th inning. Each team scored 1 run in the 3rd inning in this one. 7 errors defensively for McMinnville. A lot of errors defensively for the Grizzlies. A lot of them didn't really cost them early on, but the big one was the one at the end. Luke Robbins reaching on the error by Kane Sullivan. Another error for the third baseman today. So game number 1 is in the books, 10-9, the final. Cal Robbins, he scores the game-winning run. He's actually going to pick up the win as well. He threw 1 1/3, allowed a hit, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Good outing for Cal Robbins in his debut today. A.J. Black, who had the walk-off hit, he pitched 1 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. We also had Riley Cheney start the game, threw 5 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 runs. Again, he looked pretty good through the first 4, and then the 5th inning ran into some trouble. Couldn't get out of it. A.J. Black had to come in for that one. 2 strikeouts for Riley Cheney. Braden Mix did pretty good up until the 7th inning, through 5 2/3, and then couldn't get out of the inning. Allowed a total of 6 earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts in 5 2/3. Tyler Bremmett came into the game and allowed 5 hits, a total of 3 runs with a pair of walks as well. So Roseburg wins game number 1, 10-9. We're going to have game number 2 coming up in just a few moments. So we're going to end the stream here on game number 1 if you're watching online on 541radio.com or on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube at 1490 The Score. Subscribe to our channel there, and then in a few minutes we'll get the stream number 2 up and rolling, and you can find us there. You can also listen online on the 541 Radio app, or you can listen in Roseburg on 1490 AM or 92.3 FM, depending on where your signal is stronger. Indians win 10-9 for game number 1. Joey Keeran going to have play-by-play for game number 2 coming up this afternoon. In between, though, we are going to have that interview with Jay Stoffel, former Roseburg Indian, former Oregon Duck, former MLB draftee. He has a lot going on here in Roseburg since moving back after retiring from professional baseball. So with that, we'll take a long extended break. When we come back, we'll have that interview with Jay Stoffel, and then after that, we'll have game number 2. Joey Keeran going to have play-by-play. Roseburg wins 10-9. You've been listening to Roseburg Baseball here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.